Okay, we're live again at Business.Digital.NOW. It's a great pleasure to have Peter Divitakov, Industry Vice President for Southeastern Europe at Schneider Electric. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
Hi. So far in the conference, we had a great panels and discussions about the role of the human in the process of digital transformation. I think we're going to continue on mentioning that element or that very important aspect of successful digital transformation. But now, with this keynote and the next panel, we're diving more into the ways that technologies are shaping the digital transformation of the enterprise level companies. It's a great honor to have Schneider Electric as one of the headliners or supporters of this conference. We have a long history working with them on social causes and local campaigns, something that Peter will share as well, which is amazing that we're going to hear about some really success stories regarding digital transformation, and then we're going to touch upon that topics on the panel discussion. So, Peter, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for being with us, and you can start your presentation. I'm here to support if any questions or something like that.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure for me as well to speak to you about our experience and vision for industries of the future and for the Internet of the Things. So a little bit about Schneider Electric before we dive into the industries of the future. Our mission is to be your digital partner for sustainability and efficiency. The main challenge of our generation is probably the climate change. We are the generation that came to know about it, and we are the generation that can change the trajectory of the carbon emissions and therefore the climate change. These days, everyone has been talking about digitization and the way it will shape the industries in the future, and I'll make no exception here. Sustainability, efficiency, automation cannot be achieved without digitization. But digitization is not the goal, it's the mean to achieve it. The way the goods and services are produced, procured, delivered, consumed is increasingly driven by information technology. More work is done remotely, more interactions are digital, and more operations are automated. Meanwhile, we reach the tipping point of the sustainability of our planet. Achieving sustainable operations is one of the most important challenges of the industrial world has faced today. Industry has the greatest impact on mitigating the change and the other sustainability problems. Let me show you some figures just to set the context. Before the pandemic, more than 5.8 billion endpoints were predicted to make up the intelligent industrial Internet of Things by 2020. With limited travel access, meaning limited ability to monitor, processes physically, remote everything, it's a must nowadays. 94% of the Fortune 1000 companies have seen supply chain challenges, and a recent survey showed that only 10% of supply chains felt completely ready for this disruption. Industrial businesses must become more resilient by focusing on business-specific outcomes, using technology to be agile and plan, operating multi-locally and optimizing supply chains, being cyber-secure and focusing on quality. 32% of the CO2 emissions come from industry, both directly and indirectly. And a study done in US reveals that the skills gap may leave an estimated of 2.4 million positions unfilled between 2018 and 2028. And so technology is changing the workplace. People are empowered and augmented with technology for a better efficiency, as we probably touched those during the conference. But it is more than that. We see more than ever completely new ways of working. It's not only remote, but creation of completely different jobs. And the need to build people's skills, capture knowledge, attain talents becomes #1 priority for the corporation. So how is industry dealing with these challenges? 3/4 of business say they face disruption from emerging technologies. Industrial companies that embrace smart operation driven by Internet of Things, industrial software and automation, and advanced data analytics are experiencing advancements that we could only have dreamed a decade ago. Executives are spending 75% of their time on resilience-related challenges. Smart factories and digitally managed processes, operations, and supply chains, however, are proving to be more robust and agile, and most importantly, most eco-efficient. 85% of the executives say that sustainability now plays an equally important role in the value chain. Many industrial enterprises are proving that there is also a great opportunity for sustainable operation to achieve a business success. Almost half of the advanced manufacturing industry says their reskilling efforts now take less than a month, or between 1 month and 3 months. Thanks to the next generation technologies as digital twin, for example, or operator training simulator software, training industrial talent for digital world, it's also investing in the future of young people builds a more vibrant and future-ready operation. Now, let me give you some data on the digital. Digital has revolutionized the way we work together, the way we live together, okay? And if in the beginning it was about connecting people to people, now we are speaking about connecting machine to machine, people to machine, and this IoT is actually generating a huge amount of data. And because there is a lot of data, we have the capacity to train machines with algorithms and to make sense of this data. So digital will massively disrupt, and it's already massively disrupting the cost point, the time of implementation, and the course of the efficiency and sustainability for a company. After 50 years, it is now hardware. It's not hardware, but software that is driving industrial automation to the next level. Today, addressing our customers' imperatives requires unprecedented flexibility and interoperability. The only way to unleash the full potential, which we speak about in the fourth industrial revolution, is a software-driven digital transformation. We have the computational power; it is now available. So we need to go in this direction. And surprisingly, what is stopping us to go there are more historical and physiological than technical reasons, okay? In simple terms, the proprietary automation systems make it difficult for companies to address digital age challenges. Current industrial automation systems are done to address the original vendor's requirements, but are super difficult to be, let's say, transported to a different let's say, environment. Our answer to this is open automation. Open automation, as it exists today, is not enough open. Automation applications written for one vendor system will not easily run on another ones. By decoupling the hardware and software, end users can build production facilities using compatible and best-of-breed technologies without regard to a specific vendor. So Schneider Electric goes for the industry to free and end users from vendor dependency and to embrace the universal automation. We have a vision of an industrial app store for plug and produce software. And we believe that this approach will unleash new wave of innovation and boost efficiency, resilience, and productivity. And of course, we will reach the sustainability goals for the industrial enterprises. In 2020, one of our business units ordered research to define the importance and drivers of sustainability. As you can see, it turned out that sustainability and efficiency are expected to become more and more important for the business, and the main driver for getting more sustainable is the increased customer requirements. The market itself is pushing companies for getting more sustainable. Digitization, efficiency, sustainability, these three elements of business transformation go together, and next to the customer requirement, Schneider Electric in Southeast Europe, we see another driver for it, and this is the driver of the leading companies. We are found to call ourselves a leading company in industry, but being a leader goes hand in hand with the responsibility. Whether companies admit or not, a lot of participants in the market will do what the leader is doing and will follow. When companies reflect on their own role in digital transformation of industry, they can position themselves depending on their own maturity. Of course, if business is at the beginner stage, it has the immediate task to act. And the best way to contribute is to digitize yourself. In the case study that I will present in just a moment, one of the main conclusions is that companies tend to postpone. My advice, do not postpone, act now. The prices of raw material and the energy costs are convincing us that every day that even a small inefficiency is available is too costly to afford. We have numerous factories around the world, and we move into the smartification, let's say, of the smart factories, and we do have a smart factory here in Southeast Europe, in the town of Plovdiv, Bulgaria, where more than 70% is automated, from the building management system to the shop floor, starting from the planning and engineering platform through the control and monitoring piece, then to the asset performance and energy management. We increase the analytics, and this increased analytics it gives the possibility to our operators to become a real-time decision makers for some business topics. But while operating this facility, and of course we are using it as a showcase, and you're all of you invited to come and visit this factory, we realize that the local enterprises are far behind in this journey, and it is our responsibility to help to develop the industrial environment in the country. So next to our job to work with our partners in their sustainability journey, we've decided to launch a commercial initiatives to support the implementation of IoT technologies, and specifically industrial Internet of Things technologies for the manufacturing industry in Bulgaria. So what we did, we have invited, I think, more than 300 companies operating in Bulgaria to participate in a contest by developing the digitization strategies around their operation as they see it. We've proposed them a set of software suites, like the Augmented Operator Advisor and the Machine SCADA and the Machine Advisor, to create a digital architecture around one or multiple machines of their business. Okay, so we were consulting them. Our team was consulting them throughout the journey, and we are currently in the implementation. So unfortunately, I cannot share with you the result, but I'm really excited to see what would be now the before and after use case of those companies. But what I can share with you are some key observations we had during this contest. And the first one is that the efficiency is still not recognized as a top business priority. And the Internet of Things the potential of it is not still clear in a lot of sectors. Okay, and as also we see this in some other places in Europe, this closed proprietary automation system that I spoke about just before are making it very difficult for industries to successfully address the desire for digitization and, of course, sustainability. there is a real risk of staying behind of your competitors because customers are demanding more and more digital and sustainable solutions. Okay, so some of you may have your own observation that will overlap with ours or will be totally different. It will be really interesting to share those during the end of the session and further during the panel where my colleague from Schneider Electric, Nikolai Naidinov, the sales director for industry, will be participating. I would like to thank you for your attention. I'm looking forward to work with you on this exciting sustainability and efficiency journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. It was a real pleasure to witness a vision that is actually happening right now. And what is quite important here is to, and we're going to talk about in the panel discussion right now, is that, and I must say that you're leading, so you're a leading provider, you're shaping the industry in some way with your solutions. So it's about realizing that the environment that you're operating in needs to receive support from you in terms of the academies or in terms of other programs. So people need to learn what is actually digital transformation within the industry, what is IoT bringing to them in order to be able to implement and manage that process. So thank you so much. I know that you have a management meeting right now going on. So we're going to be in touch with you, and yeah, we're going right after that on the next panel. So thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, with pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.